Hello, baseball fans. Welcome back to the Buster Ball Podcast. My name is Billy B, and I am your host. And it's time to dive into the hot stove action. We're going to talk a little bit about the Pittsburgh Pirates and what they're doing for their winter blueprint. So let's go. Uh, by the way, we're doing this little segment here for our friends in West Virginia and Pennsylvania, and specifically our good friend Fritz. So let's go. So let's see. After a 71 win season last year, the Pirates entered this winter with a pretty clear mission to get better and get better now, and they should because they have one of the best pitchers in baseball. So led by their general manager Ben Garrington and hometown manager Don Kelly, the Bucks have been one of the more active teams this December, making a bold trade, signing a key reliever, and completely retooling their coaching staff. They're selling a vision to players and fans alike, which is really important. And it's kind of what the Giants are trying to do. They're trying to sell them a vision of turning the page on decades of disappointment. And so today we're going to break down all those moves and the message coming out of Pittsburgh. So let's get into it. Let's start with the headline deal. On December 20th, the Pirates pulled off a three-team trade with the Rays and Astros, and the centerpiece is a major offensive upgrade. They acquired two-time All-Star second baseman Brandon Lowe. And this is exactly what the Giants needed to do, is get someone like this guy. But the Pirates were quicker. Let's see some of the key points of the trade, or some of the key points of Brandon Lowe. He's coming off a 31 home run season last year, which directly addresses the Pirates' biggest weakness. They were dead last in the majors last year in runs, homers, and OPS. So that's really a significantly weak offense that definitely want to upgrade that for sure. Brandon Lowe brings a potent left-handed bat to a heavily right-handed infield, and is under contract for a year at $11.5 million, fitting the Pirates' financial flexibility. So that's a good deal. I mean, 11.5 is $1 million a month, just about. And the cost was sending promising right-handed starter Mike Burrows to the Houston Astros. So they had to pay to get this guy, and giving up a talented guy is always tough to do. But the general manager, Carrington, called it probably the most aggressive win-now trade of his tenure, stating the goal is to add certainty to the lineup, which is great. So this just isn't a one-player deal, though. The Pirates also got valuable role players. They got outfielder Jake Magnum. He is a slick fielding, speedy switch hitter, and lefty reliever Mason Montgomery, who's a real hard-throwing bullpen arm. So this trade is the loudest statement yet that the Pirates are serious about contending next year in 2026. So before the Lowe trade, the Pirates made their first free agent splash of the winter, signing former All-Star reliever Gregory Soto to a one-year $7.75 million deal. The key points of Mr. Soto is that he's a left-hander. He fills a critical need as a veteran high-leverage arm for the bullpen. He's been a closer. He's saved 30 games in 22, but he's famously flexible. When asked about his role, Soto said, "It really doesn't matter to me. Whatever role they need me to do, I'll be ready." Got like that. Good attitude, Don't want that Rafi Devers attitude. He had in Boston. His attitude is much better now in San Francisco. So his signing was a priority for new pitching coach Bill Murray. So Soto's mission is to rebound from a so-so 2024 and help the young Pirates pitching staff win games. Let's hope he does. That'd be really cool. So his attitude and experience are exactly what this team needs. That's what I was saying, and he might even bring some flair. He's the guy who likes to wear funky hair colors. He'll probably come out with some yellow thing. Anyway, so let's talk about some of the new staff in the pitching plan here. So speaking of new coaches, the Pirates have completely reshaped John Kelly's staff for upcoming year in 26. It features 5 new faces, which are headlined by pitching coach Bill Murray from Houston system and bench coach Christopher Negron. Some of the key points of this group is that they'll be tasked with developing the club's core strength, which is its young, talented starting rotation, which is led by the National League Cy Young winner, Paul Skeens. Build around this guy. If you don't build around him, you're kind of silly. So trading Burrows really shows that the Giants are willing to deal from their pitching depth to get some bats, to get some hits. But Cherington has a high bar. He has been saying that trading another starter like Mitch Keller is possibly, but only if it's an immediate fit in the lineup, and that then they need to add a veteran starter for some more depth. So the rotation for now for the Pirates next year is going to look like Skeens, Mitch Keller, Bubba Chandler, Braxton Ashcraft, and Hunter Bracco will be the guys who are going to be getting it done. So the message is really clear. The pitching foundation is our strength here, and we're going to use it carefully to build up everything else. So let's see, what is the vision for Pittsburgh's pitch to the league? So what's the overall pitch from Pirates this winter? When talking free agents, Ben Cherington centers on 3 compelling ideas. The 3-part pitch from Mr. Cherington is number 1, we aren't far that away. The point to elite young rotation and a Cy Young anchor as proof of a turnaround is attainable in 2026. Part number 2 is it's a fantastic place to be a baseball person. The Pirate organization truly believes that this city is a great fit for players who do their homework. And I kind of agree. It worked out for Barry Bonds, so it can't be that bad, right? And the third point is that it's an opportunity to do something different. And this is the big one. They're selling the chance to change the story of a franchise and connect with a city desperate for a winner. So some of the quotes that have been coming out from some of the important folks like Don Kelly, the manager, who's a Pittsburgh native, says, I get chills when he talks about it. It's a tough town. It's a gritty town. That's the attitude we want to bring. Ace Paul Skeens, the focus needs to be winning a World Series in Pittsburgh. That's why I'm throwing and lifting. I have the Cy Young now. What else do I have to accomplish? A World Series championship. See, that's a really good attitude right there. So this vision is what drove their pursuit of big names like Kyle Schwartzberger and Jorge Polanco in free agency. But while they missed out on those early targets, it led them directly to the aggressive trade for Brandon Lowe. So where do the Pirates go from here? The work isn't really done. Cherington has said he still wants to add one more proven bat with third base, designated hitter, or outfield as possible spots. Brandon Lowe's health and ability to play second base will be key as it affects what other moves they can make. Also, they probably have some decisions to make, like Nick Gonzalez, who will now have to fight for a versatility role, utility role that kind of happens to the Giants. They get a lot of depth, but people move around and people come and go and stuff like that. So final thought here is for the 25-26 season, it's marked a distinct shift for Pittsburgh. They've moved from merely collecting talented, players to strategically leveraging it for wins. They have a new coaching staff, a new middle of the order hitter, and a refocused bullpen, and most importantly, a unified message. It's time to win in Pittsburgh. So before we go, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors, uh, Turning 65 Medicare Made Easy. So, so now it's an important message for our listeners who are 65 and over, and or for loved ones who are in that stage of their life. If navigating Medicare feels more complicated than a baseball playoff race, you're not alone. Sponsor Turning 65 Medicare Made Easy steps up to the plate. Think of them as your trusted coach for one of life's most important decisions. Here's the key play you need to know about right now. The open enrollment period runs from January 1st to March 31st. This is your critical window to make changes if you already have a Medicare Advantage plan. It's your chance to find a plan that might cover your prescriptions better, include your favorite doctors, or simply offer you better value for your healthcare dollar. You don't have to figure it out all alone. The licensed agents at Turning 65 Medicare Easy are here to guide you. They'll listen to your needs, compare plans from top carriers for you at no cost, and help you find the right fit with no pressure and no confusing jargon. Don't let this important deadline pass you by. Get expert help for your Medicare choice. Simple and clear. For a free, no obligation consultation, call Turning 65 Medicare Made Easy today at 541 305 6079 or visit them online at turning65medicaremadeeasy.com. That's turning65medicaremadeeasy.com. That's all for this episode of the Buster Ball podcast, the first Pirates version. So, what do you think of the Pirates' moves? Are they contenders in 26? Let us know. For all your latest baseball news and analysis and smart Giants talk, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Billy B. I'm your host. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.